Now let's get NeatBar set up. So as you can see behind me, we have a NeatBar Gen 2 mounted on this monitor. We're actually using the VESA-compatible mounting option for that so that we can mount it below the screen. You'll notice that when you mount it below the screen, you're actually turning it upside down. There's an accelerometer inside that makes sure that the camera image is oriented properly. So that's how you want to mount it underneath a monitor. So now I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to plug my Ethernet cable in. I'm actually using the power injector that I showed you before is included in the package. So we're going to actually use Wi-Fi to get network to both the NeatBar and NeatPad. All right, and here we are powering up. And then as soon as the wizard comes up, we'll show you how that works. Let's go through the on-screen setup wizard here on NeatPad now that we have it powered up. So very simply, first thing you do, just select your language. We'll do English, continue. And now you're going to choose your setup, right? Are you setting up a NeatBar, Bar Pro, etc.? We're going to set up a NeatBar. So I'm going to select that, continue. And now you have a mounting guide. Now I've already mounted my NeatBar, but if you hadn't yet, you can actually go through and choose, like if you want to mount it to the wall, if you want to mount it below the monitor, etc. And then as you go through the guide, you can actually see an on-screen menu where it shows you all the components you're going to need. You just simply walk through and you see all you have to do to get it set up. So really, really functional and gives you all the information you need. And let's go to Wi-Fi. So I'm going to choose one of my Wi-Fi networks. I'm going to choose NeatFrame right here. So let's use that. And then I just go in and put in that Wi-Fi password. NeatPad is going to join to the Wi-Fi. And there we go. So now we've got internet connection and I'm gonna hit continue. I just choose my time zone and I am in California. So let me find that, Los Angeles, that'll work just fine. That's my time right now. I'll hit continue. What the pad is doing is it's looking on the network and it is trying to find NeatBars that are also on the network. Now the thing is that because our NeatBar is not on the network currently, it's going to set up a local Wi-Fi connection to the NeatBar so that it can pair. And when it finds it, it will display that NeatBar serial number on the screen. And there it is. So all I have to do is check to see if that serial number matches the one up on the screen, and it sure does. It ends with a 0095. Those match, so I'm just going to select that device. You have to select the device because in certain situations, maybe you're setting up several rooms, it might actually send several devices at the same time, so you want to make sure you're selecting the right one. So I'm going to go ahead and hit continue, and the two devices are now going to pair together. There we go. That's the noise we want to hear. So now the devices are paired. I'm going to hit continue. And what's happening now is the device sent the Wi-Fi credentials to the bar so it can connect to the network as well. So now what we do is we want to enroll this in NeatPulse. We'll talk about NeatPulse a little bit more later, but NeatPulse is Neat's device management platform. We're going to skip this right now, but when you're deploying your Neat devices, always register this to NeatPulse and you'll get all the great functionality that you have there. All right, you get to choose whether you want to opt in or not to share device analytics with Neat. We always very much appreciate it when you do this. There's no personal identifying information there. We just want to understand in an anonymized way how our users are using the devices so we can make them better for you. So I'm going to opt into that. Now we give you a prompt to actually check your camera angle so you can actually see on screen what we have, what the camera's showing, and you can adjust it for the room and the shot you want to have of the room. So now at this point, we get to the screen where we can select our conferencing platform. So we have the ability to set up this device as a Zoom room or as a Microsoft Teams room. So I'm going to choose Microsoft Teams and hit continue. And now the Microsoft Teams application is going to download from the cloud onto the device, and we should be ready to go. All right, and just like it says, we're all set. So let's launch Microsoft Teams. So now all you have to do is talk to your Microsoft Teams administrator, and they can give you a login for the device. You'll be able to log in, and once you do, it will connect to your Teams account or your Microsoft Teams Rooms account, and you'll be all set to start scheduling the room and making calls.